visa under the ETA program is automatic. When they apply, within 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, they can travel to Kenya. Unlike before, where they had to look for the Kenyan embassy, go and queue for visa, do all manner of things. The next step, which Hersi is telling me, is that we need even to take it further and say there are people who, even if you don't apply ETA wherever you are, if you arrive in Kenya, you can be given on arrival. That I agree with, and I'm going to work on it, so that we can build another layer of countries that to make it easier for people to come to Kenya. Just by changing the ETA, just by changing the visa regime, which I did in the last 6 months, we have 60% more people coming to Kenya today, just by making it easier for people to come to Kenya. Many people were asking me, why are you doing this? Oh, the country is going to be unsafe, and that kind of thing. I mean, we have made sure that there is sufficient checks and balances for us to make sure that Kenya is accessible. I agree with you that I need to do something about Kenya Airways. And I want to just relax, kidogo. Something needs to be done about Kenya Airways, and I am working hard at it. For your information, this year, it is the first year Kenya Airways made a profit. First year. And I still want to work on it. Bado iko na kisirani kidogo, but I am working on it so that we make sure that we straighten it and it can serve our country better. We still have a long way to go, and I'm still applying my mind to it. I agree with you that we need to approve a few more airlines. It's a delicate balance, people. It's a delicate balance between allowing more people to fly here, because anybody we allow to fly here, they must also give us an opportunity to fly to their destination so that it becomes even. So we are discussing with other airlines. We just approved another 4 flights by the UAE airline, what is that, Etihad? Yeah, Dagar is here. We've just approved Etihad to fly 4 times a week. So we're looking at other opportunities for us to be able to get more flights. I've heard you about Turkish Airlines. We will look at it. My PS Dagar is there. Please let Turkish and Qatar. So we will look at it. But you know, there is something called in law quid pro quo. You scratch my back? Yes. Yeah. So we don't want just to do it. And let me say, just give me a minute. Let me say this. It's true. Land is a problem in Kenya. It is the reason why real estate is very expensive in Kenya. And it is the reason why I decided that to be able to build affordable housing, we are going to use public land. That is why we have managed to reduce the prices significantly, because the land cost was contributing 40% of the cost of every house. But now when we take out the land cost, we substantially reduce and make it affordable for more Kenyans to be homeowners. We will need to think about what we are going to do so that we can make investment, especially on tourism infrastructure, much more affordable. By the way, I am doing something on some of our conference facilities in Bomas, here in Mombasa. We're trying to get investors to be able to support us in that space. And I'm also doing something, one moment, I'm also doing something about the airport. Let's be honest, Kenyans, let's be honest. Yani, the airport we have in Nairobi is made of canvas, inajengwa na hema, in the middle of tarmac. That is the arrivals. I mean, this is a temporary structure we put up almost, I don't know, 7 years ago. We don't, Ethiopia have a brand new airport. Rwanda have a brand new airport. And it is the reason why we need to work with investors to give us a new airport in Nairobi. I have seen many people saying, William Ruto wants to sell the airport. Am I a madman? You know, how do you sell a strategic national asset? You have to be insane. You know? So we must have the right investment for the airport. The airport is a strategic government asset, national asset. What we want to do in the airport is to work under the PPP program. And people must understand, PPP has the potential, public-private partnership has the potential to bring in private sector money, blend it with public sector investment to be able to create an outcome that brings win-win. Let me tell the people of Kenya, for example, let me give you an example. We are all celebrating the Nairobi Expressway. It nowadays takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the airport to Serena. True? Do you know that that Nairobi Expressway was not built with the government money? It was built by the private sector under the private-public partnership arrangement. You know? And that is the model that we are going to use to extend the superhighway from Nairobi to Nakuru, to Eldoret, to Malaba. That is what we're going to use to do many of our roads. That's what we want to do with our airport. We want to work with the private sector for them to do 3 things that are critical for our airport: to build a new terminal, to build a new runway, and to make sure that we refurbish what we have and remove the canvas. Ile hema iko hapo ambayo sasa ni arrivals. You know, it's a very shameful thing. The airport we built in 1970, I saw the plaque there, Jomo Kenyatta. That so many, almost 50 years ago. Now, the capacity was 7 million passengers. Last year, we had almost 9 million passengers. We are actually 10 years behind schedule in modernizing our airport. Other countries are ahead of us. I want to persuade us as Kenyans. Let us not buy into fake news. Let us not buy into propaganda. There is no government that can sell a national asset, a strategic national asset like the airport. We are going to work in an open and transparent manner to make sure that we develop the airport using legal instruments that can be audited by Parliament and by other agencies to make sure that they bring value to the people of Kenya. So the same thing that Hersi is saying, to develop the infrastructure here. We do not have sufficient conferencing facilities.